Hi, I'm Keith Allen, and I play Murphy on Z Nation, and I listen to One Up Gaming Podcast.
Hi, I'm Lucy James, and I listen to the One Up Gaming Podcast.
Yeah, this how we do it, y'all. L-G-E, man.
Straight out of Diamond Star Production.
What up to you, One Up Gaming? They're not really ready for this one. One Up Gaming is behind me. Let me get in beast mode. If you wanna try me, you don't need a cheat code. Conte is who I be. To you is Mr. Hero, legendary adversary. Flows considered lethal. I'm a Super Saiyan. I got Dragon Balls. I wouldn't lie. You might think I'm playing when I'm saying I can really fly. When I'm on the track, you feel the energy I'm pushing out. Put me on the map. One Up Gaming's who I'm talking about. I'm the rapping Master Chief, epic to say the least. Contain the hero, better etch that in your memory. And so the One Up Gaming for the show out. Contain the hero is really gonna show out. Show out. Contain. And so the One Up. And so the One Up.
Dope bitch you ever heard.
Hi, Dave here, One Up Gaming, episode 317 of the One Up Gaming podcast. So, what we're going to talk about? Not a great deal. I've been doing a lot of hours at work, doing a lot of sleep shifts, a lot of day shifts, a lot of night shifts, a lot of day shifts into sleep shifts into day shifts. But I guess at the end of the day, that's what you have to do to help out in the team and all that crap. But we all have to stand up. We all have to be there for each other. That's the main, I guess. I managed to get hold of a copy of the Evercade, the Predator Burp Live. It's the hiccups and everything now. But yeah, the Evercade cartridge for the, the one that is got, and I completely blanked. I'm really crap at this sort of thing. I should have had it. One that's got Speedball 2 Deluxe, Speedball 2100, the Chaos Engine, and I think it had another game on it as well. I always say the Chemical Brothers, but it's not, is it? It's the Summit. Is it the Summit Brothers? It's going to kill me now. It's going to absolutely kill me. Do you know what? I am so if I just put Speedball. It was developed by the Bitmap Brothers. Yes, the Bitmap Brothers. How could you forget the Bitmap Brothers? Should do what they do in like the movies where they don't know the name, and when they find out, it's like, yeah, Bitmap Brothers. Oh yeah, did you hear about that great game by the Bitmap Brothers? Just keep going on about the Bitmap Brothers, overemphasizing the fact that, yes, we know about the Bitmap Brothers. Anyway, great games, great Amiga programmers. I must admit, a lot of the games that I played on the Mega Drive, because it was my brother that had the Amiga 500, I think it was, and I wasn't allowed to play on it. He just had the expensive thing. I went out and bought a Sega Mega Drive 2, I think it was. Anyway, please visit the website oneupgaming.co.uk. Again, as always, sponsored by Games Inspired Music. Just Google that. It's on the iTunes, it's on Spotify, it's on, it's even on Amazon, I believe. Only about £6, £5-6, something like that. And 20% of each sale will go to the Child's Play charity. Last thing I want to mention, I'll put a couple of pictures up I have bought a new car. It's still on transit because it's the other end of the country, and I'm not asking a mate to drive me all the way there to look at the car, to buy it, to drive all the way back. So I've just went online, looked at what I want, paid for one, got everything sorted, and they're just waiting on a day when I'm available, so they can deliver it, and then I'll just scan round it. I'll take it to my mate, who's a garage person-y sort of thing. They can have a look over it to make sure it's not an absolute shit pile, because as I say, I've not actually physically seen it yet. But we'll hopefully get into that, and hopefully I'll have a new car for the next show. But that is it. So we'll have a quick 10-second break, and I'll come back with what I've been playing this week. So back in 10 seconds.
Hello, Andy. This is Colin. I won't be able to get in tonight. I'm sweating like a pig.
And we're back. Still me, David. Still One Up Gaming. Still episode 317 of the One Up Gaming podcast. So this is the games we've been playing this week. Well, what I've been playing. I don't get any other players. So, first of all, I had a quick go at Zombie. Now, this was the launch game for the Nintendo Wii U. And a couple of years after that, they rebranded it to just because it was called Zombie U. And then they rebranded it just to Zombie, and it came out on the Xbox downloadable and the PlayStation 3 downloadable store. I think it was only about 15 quid. I think it was actually not bad. It's not a bad little game. Quite fun. Like a lot of these sort of games at the minute. Like a survival-y sort of game. You have to get from point A to point B without dying. If you do die, then you automatically get generated to a new character, and you can find your dead body and salvage all your bits that you had on yourself, which is quite a neat idea. Next up was Time Splitters Future Perfect. Now this one, it was the Time Splitters games as they came into I think it was the original Xbox and the PS2 era. Now, they kind of played a little better, but still looked weird. Do you know that generation where they were a little bit too chunky, but not quite chunky enough? So they weren't Gears of War chunky, big chunky, but they were little figures, but chunk. And they just had that weird sort of look to them. It played alright. I just felt as though in this sort of generation, a lot of the games still played like they were in the PS1. So very linear little sections moved into other sections, joined by little corridors. It was only when Halo sort of came out where it's a bit more open world, where that's when a lot of the other developers and people took notice and started to make console first-person shooters more like the PC that they've been doing for the last sort of 4 or 5 years. More like the Half-Lives, more like the Medal of Honor sort of things from back then. I got bored one night and my mate was saying play Candy Crush, so I downloaded it. I've only got to level 12 or something, and it hurts my brain. It really hurts my brain. I hardly understand what the hell I'm doing, what I'm clicking on. all the colours look the same to me. I have no idea. So I don't know if I'll carry on with it or not. I kind of haven't touched it in a bit. I've had more game time with Arcade Paradise. Now this one, I still enjoy it. I still think it's fun. It's more of like one of those like idle sort of games where you actually have to save up money to buy things, but the best way to get money, especially at the start, is you have to pick up the laundry, put it in the washing machine, wait 3 hours, which is normally, I think 3 hours is like, is it 3 minutes? It's something like that. So you have to sit there for like 3 minutes watching the spinny thing and the timer count down. And then you have to get the damp clothes out of the washing machine into the dryer, then another 3 hours timer comes on. And you have to wait there, then it buzzes, get the dry clothes out, and then put it on the side for someone to get. The faster you do all that, the more money you actually get. So, and that is basically what you do to start the game. Towards where I am now, I'm actually getting more money with the arcade side of things. And the more games you play, the more things like that. The more people will play that game, so the more money that game will generate. But at the start, there's like one arcade machine, so you have to do a lot of the washing side of things to then buy more arcades, and then actually pay to actually remodel the actual back of the, I guess it was like the laundrette, which now is more like an arcade paradise with a slight laundrette on the side of it. But it's good. I like some of the little games. A lot of them are very basic and crap, but I don't know if it would have been better to actually make the games look more like 16-bit sort of stuff. Because there is a few of them that look 16-bit, and there's a few that look like the 32 sort of bit, like the really blocky PlayStation style, and they just don't look good. You know, they don't look good. But overall, it's a really good game. I'd recommend it. I had a quick go at 2 Human. And again, this is the game that was supposed to be a trilogy. Microsoft paid, is it Silicon Knights? Dennis Dyack? Am I remembering that correctly? I think I am. And the story, the characters, the graphics. I was watching the intro, I was watching the whole thing, and I am in awe. I am loving everything about it. And then the game starts. The combat is not very good. So basically it's like your average third-person action-y sort of game. So imagine Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry. But instead of having like a jump, a long-range projectile weapon, other sort of buttons to get combos and that, this one, you just move your 3D stick around to where you're walking, and then your other analog stick. If a character's coming towards your right, you click right and you do a move towards the right. It does the move that it wants to do. You can't control really what you're doing. So you're just basically tapping the 3D stick up, down, left, right, wherever you want to attack. And it sounds quite good on paper, but when you're actually playing it, it's so basic. It's just broken. I so wish that they'd have seen some of the earlier Devil May Cry sort of games and thought, you know what, this stick thing isn't working. We'll revert back to actually a more standard sort of combat mechanic. Because everything else about this game I love. I absolutely adore the story. I absolutely adore the graphics. Actually, the characters, everything just look amazing. But there's just that gameplay element of how you control your dude and how you fight, it just doesn't work. And for an action, combat, beat 'em up sort of game, that's the 90% of your game. So if that doesn't work, then the whole game doesn't work. I'm sorry. And a quick go at Shadow Man Remastered. Now, I remember playing Shadow Man years ago. I can't actually remember playing it on the PlayStation or the Nintendo 64. I will have done, but I can't remember. I remember, was it Shadow Man 2 that was on the... Which one was it on the Dreamcast? Was that... That might have been the original Shadow Man that got ported across. I think Shadow Man 2 was on the PlayStation 2. So it's like Shadow Man Second Coming, I think it was. Anyway, It was a Dreamcast version I played. I quite enjoyed it back then, but playing this remastered version, it looks... Do you know when you're playing emulated games nowadays? You get a PS1 game or a Nintendo 64 game, and it's the same game, but you sharpen everything up, and it looks weird because it's low poly sort of characters and backgrounds, but it looks super sharp. That's kind of what this game reminds me of. Like, they've just taken it through a filter and made it look very clean, but there's no detail, there's no animation, it just looks weird. Some of the voiceover work is super racist. I really think it is super racist. And the controls, they haven't really fixed the controls. Your weaponry is shooting out a projectile. I can't tell if you're doing any damage, because there's no recoil animation on the enemies. So you're just like tapping the button and hoping for the best. So yeah, I wouldn't really recommend it anymore. It's just not as good as what it used to be. Last game that I played this week was Monopoly Deal, and I bought this game because someone that we care for loves the Monopoly game on the 360, which I guess might have been on the Xbox One that I played on the Xbox. And I thought, oh, this is only like £1 or £2. I'll buy this Monopoly game. Bought it, turned it on, I played it. I've only played it a couple of times, if that. And it's basically like a really fast-forward, streamlined version of Monopoly. You just get given cards, and you have to like trade the cards, and you swap, and you pick up things, and it's just like a card battler sort of game. So I wasn't impressed with this, to be honest. I've only played it a couple of times and I've just not even bothered since. So that is the games we've been playing this week. So please, every Monday we do the Evercade series where we play a game on the Evercade. Have a quick talk over some of the games that playing, because some of them are really good, some of them are really shit. On Tuesday we play Star Trek Online, so that's quite fun. On a Wednesday it's the worst games ever, so I'll play like Superman on the Nintendo 64. I have a quick go at that, I talk over how shit it is, and I put the video up. That is basically the worst games ever series. On a Thursday we play Ridge Racer 6, trying to see how far I can get and if I can complete the game. I think I'm up to about 35% or 30-something%, so I'm slowly getting there. There's a lot more to the game than what you actually think. On a Friday, we actually just have the podcast. So yeah, please follow us, subscribe to us, watch us, everything. Before we go to the news, I would like to just mention that I've watched 2 series at the minute. So I finished off the 2nd season of The Mandalorian, so Star Wars The Mandalorian. Amazing series. Not a big Star Wars fan, but I loved this series.
Show me the one whose safety deemed such destruction. You must reunite it with its own kind.
Where?
This you must determine. The songs of eons past tell of battles between Mandalore the Great and an order of sorcerers called Jedi.
You expect me to search the galaxy and deliver this creature to a race of enemy sorcerers?
This is the way.
You know this is no place for a child.
Wherever I go, he goes.
So I've heard.
And then I watched the Book of Boba Fett? Was it Jango's dad? I don't remember. I think it was the Boba Fett. And I didn't know, but this one seems to, it fits in with The Mandalorian. So if you've watched The Mandalorian, watch this one, because it has all the characters in The Mandalorian coming back into this series, which I've absolutely loved. I loved them to bits. They are amazing. They look high budget, they look high concept. I think everything about them are amazing. It's the best thing that's got a Star Wars name slapped onto it. And I can't wait for the season 3 of The Mandalorian.
I intend to rule with respect.
You were all once captains under Jabba the Hutt.
I'm here to make a proposal that's mutually beneficial. Why speak of conflict when cooperation can make us all rich?
What prevents us all from killing you and taking what we want?
If you had spoken such insolence to Jabba, he'd have fed you to his menagerie.
Please, speak freely.
So that is everything we've been playing this week. So have a quick break and we're back with this week's news. So back in 10 seconds.
This is Gilbert Godfrey, and I listen to the One Up Gaming Podcast. And if you don't, go fuck yourself.
Still David, still One Up Gaming, episode 317 of the One Up Gaming Podcast. Should we rebrand it just to the OUG Podcast? Instead of the One Up Gaming Podcast, just the OUG Podcast. The UG Podcast. Everyone loves a good UG boot. Anyway, going to have a quick look at a couple of news items I've seen. I think, first of all, I'd like to mention this big massive leak, hack, what do you want to call it, of GTA 6. And a lot of people have been going about how shite it looks. But I think it's been confirmed that a lot of the pictures and videos and screens and all that were taken from like an early alpha build in 2019, I think it was. So, what's that, 3 years ago now? So all that is just pre-alpha. It's just to put the world and the characters into a space to see if the game sort of features work and the story sort of works. So I have no worries. Normally when a game gets shown for the first time, sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes, like the Alien, what was the Alien Marines one? Was it Alien Marines? Or was it just the one that Gearbox? Is it Gearbox? Yeah, the Sega one that, was it Gearbox? Whatever it was, Randy Pitchford, you know who you are. That one was shown off before the game was even being made, because they wanted the money up front off the sponsors and the people. But generally speaking, games don't get shown until they're practically, like, the graphics are practically sort of done. But I guess we'll wait and see. So I don't have any worries. I haven't seen them. I haven't looked at them. I don't care. I'll have a look at the game when it comes out or when it's in the publicity stage of getting pushed. But up until then, I don't want to look at games that are nowhere near ready, that are just pre-alpha production. Nothing to do with the actual game itself. But that's me. Anyway, so proper news. It looks as though the new Iron Man game is going to be done. And this is by EA, I believe it is. So it looks as though the new Iron Man series is going to give There we go. It looks as though the upcoming anniversary issue of Iron Man 650 will serve as the conclusion to writer Christopher Cantwell's Tony Stark Iron Man series. I have no idea about any of this sort of stuff. I don't really care about comics and things. So, yeah. I assumed that when I clicked on this, it was going to be an Iron Man video game sort of story. But it looks as though it isn't. Other Iron Man news, EA Motive. So I think the guys who did the Star Wars, the flight game a couple of years ago, Squadron. They're collaborating with Marvel Games on an all-new single-player action-adventure Iron Man game. Amy Hennig is writing it. It's going to be a World War II era. So it's going to have Captain America, Black Panther, but not the Black Panther you know from the movies, like his is it grandfather or great-grandfather? So that could be quite cool. Actually, no, I do apologise. That's the other game. That's just that is the Captain America game coming out. That's not the Iron Man game. And then they've also got the Wolverine game as well. So I don't have a clue what I'm talking about. I'll watch the movies, I'll play the games, but I'm not a massive fan of all this sort of stuff. It's all the same, isn't it? All the same. All over the years. So the next bit of news that I have looks as though Star Citizen crowdfunds $500 million, and 100 million of that has been in less than a year. So basically, they've now claimed to have amassed 111,757 dollars. Bloody hell. So it started in October 2012. So it's been going 10 years and the game's still not out yet. I wonder how far the game actually is. So in context, The Witcher 3 cost 81 million and took about 5 years. Red Dead Redemption cost 80 to 100 million, took 5 years. I don't know. I'd like to see what's happening, but I just don't think that it's anything at the minute. I might be wrong. Oh, so the next bit of news. It looks as though Ted Lasso and the AFC Richmond officially announced for FIFA 23. Now, so it looks as though as of the 9th, no, they're American, they do it the opposite way around to us. It looks as though on the 21st of September, EA Sports has officially confirmed that Ted Lasso and the fictional club AFC Richmond will be part of FIFA 23. You'll be able to select Jason Sudeikis' beloved Ted Lasso character. So is Jason Sudeikis the character, like the actor, and Ted Lasso is the character he plays. You'll be able to use him as a usable manager in career mode. And AFC Richmond will be playable in career mode, kick-off, online friendlies, and online seasons. A number of AFC Richmond items, including kits, T4s, I don't know what T4s is, manager items, and other content will also be available to unlock across the other rubbish. Yeah, I don't know. It's cool. It is cool how this has happened, but yeah, I don't know. I do like the look of FIFA 23, but when I went to look at it, to get the Series X version, I believe it's like 80 quid. And I refuse to pay 80 bloody quid for a game. I'm sorry, but I refuse. That is an absolute piss take. £80. It's like, game should be about £40. And then the special edition sort of version should be maybe £50. It's just so crazy expensive. It really is. Anyway, next bit of news. Nvidia have officially announced the RTX 490 and the 480 desktop GPUs. They've announced their flagship GPUs as part of its RTX 4000 series of graphics cards, the successor to its 2-year-old RTX 3000 series. Using Nvidia's new Ada Lovelace architecture, which uses the 3rd generation DLSS, the first GPU in the GeForce is the GeForce 490, which includes 24 gigabytes of G6 times memory and is claimed to be 2 to 4 times faster than the RTX 390 Ti, the Nvidia's previous flagship GPU. So the RTX 490 will cost $1,599. Fucking hell! And the GTX 480 with 12 gigabytes of memory will retail for $900, while the 16 gigabyte variation will $1,200. So, crazy expensive graphics cards, amazing. I can't believe how expensive those bloody graphics cards are. It's stupid to me, but you know, if you want them, don't you? So next up, we have the UK Top 40 charts. So number 40, Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy, The Quarry, Lego Brawls, never heard of that one either, Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, Red Dead Redemption 2, number 35, Luigi's Mansion 3, PlayStation VR World, New Pokemon Snap, Mario Strikers Battle League Football, Pokemon Sword, number 30, Elden Ring, Super Mario Odyssey, Immortals Phoenix Rising, Call of Duty Vanguard, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, number 25, Lego Harry Potter Collection, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Cowabunga Collection, F1 22, FIFA 22, Mario Party Superstars, number 20, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, that's slowly coming down but it's been up there for a while, Battlefield 2042, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, Kirby and the Forgotten Land at 14, F1 Manager 22, Gran Turismo 7, Saints Row, number 10, The Last of Us Part 1, number 9, Grand Theft Auto 5, number 8, Pokemon Legends Arceus, number 7, Animal Crossing New Horizons, number 6, NBA 2K23, number 5, Minecraft, number 4, Nintendo Switch Sports, number 3, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, number 2, Horizon Forbidden West, number 1, Splatoon 3. So that's thanks to Games Press and the GFK Entertainment software charts, all formats. And that is that. So that's that. So basically, yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. It's been the episode 317 of the One Up Gaming podcast. Please visit the website oneupgaming.co.uk. We are on Patreon, which is patreon.com/OUG. And you can buy these lovely t-shirts from the website. Just go to the One Up Gaming website, right at the top hand corner, online store. It's got loads of options and colours. Click on them to get more options. Games Inspired Music is available now, and 20% of each sale will go to the Child's Play charity. We also have our first 100 podcasts available to buy from audiobooksontape.com, and I was going to say £1 of that will go to the Diabetes UK charity. So please buy them and we can donate money to them. And that is it. Please visit our Facebook page, just search One Up Gaming. Please go to our YouTube channel, which is what we're watching now, hopefully, or listening on a podcast. And we've got over 1,200 subscribers now, so please subscribe, follow, share, bell, all that crap. Please, it helps us. We're on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/OUG official. And if you want to tweet us, it's at OUGofficial. And if you want to email us any questions, it's contact@oneupgaming.co.uk. And that is it. If you're watching, please leave comments on there. Any questions, any stuff. And if you're listening, please go to your podcast subscriber or your downloader app, whatever it is. Click on the podcast and it'll allow you to rate us and give stars and stuff. So please give 5 stars, positive feedback. It really helps when people are doing the searches and rankings. So that is episode 317 done. Thank you. Goodbye.
Hi, Justin the Voice here. First of all, we'd like to thank you for listening. Seriously. We really like it when you listen. Yes. But if you'd like to do more than just listen, if you'd like to help us out, well, we have an idea just for you. Visit our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/OUG. Your monthly micropayment will help us keep going all night long, baby. Oh yeah. Mostly because we usually record at night. Yeah. But don't worry, baby. We got something for you, too. We've got special benefits for all of our Patreon subscribers. Yeah. Again, that's www.patreon.com/OUG. Do you have trouble sleeping? Tossing and turning all night? Nothing you do seems to help. You're not getting your recommended 6 to 8 hours of sleep each night. Well, now there's a solution. Now there's Fat Cat Fly. With Fat Cat Fly, you'll easily get the sleep that you deserve. Download for free on the iOS App Store, and you're guaranteed to get a good night's sleep with very few side effects, as you help a fluffy kitty eat all the junk food that he wants. Side effects may include sleeplessness and desire for cheeseburgers if erection lasts more than 5 hours. See a physician. Try Fat Cat Fly today. Visit facebook.com/fatcatfly because you deserve a better life.
Hi everybody, this is Kermit the Frog here, reminding you to listen to the Game Up One, damn it, what's it called? Alright, are we rolling? Alright, keep it going, alright, let's go. Hurry up, we got a lunch date. Alright, let's go. Hi there, this is Kermit the Frog here, reminding you to listen to the One Up Gaming Podcast on whatever station it's podcasting on.
Jerk out. Got a good reason. I don't need to hear that guy shout now. He was a rage quitter, lousy teammate, yeah. It took me so long to find out, and I found out. Tantrum, yeah. It took him so long to drop out, but he dropped out.
Enemy mortar team spotted, take cover.
Why the f*** isn't my team covering me? You guys suck. That was so cheap. That was so cheap. I can't see that. It's not so funny when I got the new tube. Take that, you He's a hacker. He's a hacker. You see that? Dude, who's the admin here? Kick that out.
Mission failed. This one's over.
Through his controller, he lashed out.
If I was at home, I'd be totally kicking your ass. My ping sucks. I'm at my grandmother's house, and her internet sucks ass. The guy's just using the cheapest kills in the whole game. It's either like the Claymore or the Tube, you know, I mean... Oh, what the... Who the did that?
Rage quitter.
Dude, you're such a piece of
Rage quitter, yeah.
You dude, admit it.
Rage quitter.
I didn't pay $60 for this game to deal with this
Rage quitter,
bullshit.
yeah.